Okay, great. Welcome back. So now that we've officially learned how to create and edit pages in Shopify, let's move on to the next step in our setup walkthrough. So again, let's click home from the upper left. Okay, great. So now we are at the organize navigation step. So organize your online store navigation. So what does this deal with? This deals with the menus, right? Something we briefly talked about. Menus, remember how in the previous lecture we talked about how, our Shopify store can have a variety of menus, such as the header menu, which is found at the top of the web store, and a footer menu, which is found at the bottom of the web store. So let's click Organize Navigation to take a look at our menus. We already have two, right? Again, the main menu, which is the header menu, and then the footer menu, which is the one at the bottom. So the great thing about having, more than one menu, as we mentioned earlier, is that we can have separate menus for separate locations in our web store. This is optional, of course. You can just have one universal menu, such as the main menu, and have it everywhere at the top in the header and at the bottom in the footer. But if you want to personalize your site a little bit more, you have the ability to definitely change, where your menus are located and which menus appear where. Let's start off by talking about the menus that we currently have with our main menu here. As we can see, it is associated with three items: home, catalog, and contact. So these are three separate pages. And then our footer menu only has one, which is the search page. So let's click main menu for now. So as we can see here, when we click the actual menu, it takes us to this page in which we have the ability to not only change the name of this menu, but also rearrange the order in which the buttons are found or the pages are found, and also edit the pages or delete them or add a new item to this menu. If you didn't know by now, this little icon with the 6 dots in which you hover over and then the cursor turns into a closed knuckle icon means that you're able to drag above or below an item in Shopify. So this is how our main menu is set up as such. Let's say I wanted the contact page to appear before catalog. Well, I would left click, hold, and drag up, and then now contact would appear above or before catalog. And of course, like anything in Shopify, in order to actually implement these changes, I would have to click the green save button from the upper right. But anyway, nonetheless, let's bring that back to where it was. Okay, so this is our main menu. If we want to keep this more organized or clear to us as to which menu it is, we can definitely change main menu here to say, header menu. But for the sake of, I'm just going to leave it as is. We can also even add a new, button or page to this menu. Let's say I have, another page or an external page link, to take to the customer outside of this website. As an example, I can definitely add here the title of that and then the actual link. Or I can use one of my very own Shopify pages. For example, let's say I want to add a products page to my menu at the top in my header menu on my web store, and I want to link to all of my products. And then instead of all products, we'll just change this to say products. So then the title of this will be products, and then I'll click save menu. Remember, this menu appears at the top of our site because it is our header menu. So let's take a look at what happened. Before, we only had home, catalog, contact. What happens now if I refresh or, go to my store again? Well, let's take a look. Now we have home, catalog, contact, and products. And then if I click products, it'll take me to my collection of products on my store. So as you can see, it's pretty simple how this works, right? All you have to do is, if you want to modify your menus, whether the header menu or the footer menu or any menu, you click the menu title in, the navigation button, and then you click again the title of the menu, and then you can add a menu item here, or you can edit a certain button and change the name or the page it links to, or you can also, of course, delete it. It's completely up to you, but just know that this is how the menus function works within Shopify. And we can do the same for the footer menu, which only has, one item to it, right? All right, great. So then what else can we do? We can add a new menu, right? We can create a new menu. Let's say exactly, I want to make this the sidebar menu. So this is a menu that'll appear on the left or on the right side of my website. I can definitely do that. This is a menu that would appear likely, on the blog pages, or depending on my theme, on every page, right? But you can definitely create a new menu if you aren't satisfied with just having one at the very top and one at the very bottom of your web store. Let's say you want one on the side or whatever have you. You can definitely do that. Okay, so let's leave this as is. And then we have something here to talk about: collections and search filters. So you can definitely have this as well in Shopify. You can allow customers or visitors to your web store to filter your product collections and search results based on, whether the products are available or depending on the price. You can definitely add more filters as well. You can do product type, for example, shirts versus dresses, or digital products versus physical products, whatever have you, or the vendor, such as the brand, or for example, different types of brands if you're a store that sells different types of brands, or you can even do more variants such as color and size, right? And what this will happen is that what this will cause or make happen on your web store is that it'll let Shopify know that you've implemented these customization options for filtering purposes. So when customers are searching for something in terms of your products, they not only are receiving results through the keywords that you typed in your search, in your website's, search, but on top of that, they will get search results based on these variants that you detailed here, right? The price, for example, if you've ever been on a web store and you notice how certain stores have these filtering options, such as filter alphabetically or filter from price low to high or high to low. I'm sure you've seen those on web stores online. This is what this is for, right? So if you want to let customers filter, the products by these type of things, you can definitely manipulate that and add a variety of them here. So that's just what this is for. It's very useful for that if you're someone that likes to keep things organized or likes to allow your customers to, view your products based on these type of characteristics. But apart from that, this is basically the menus in Shopify. It's pretty straightforward. And if you worked with other platforms, you know that this is how menus typically work on websites anyway. And of course, we also talked about this and touched upon menus in the previous lecture. But anyway, I hope this helped and that menus are now clear to you in Shopify.